It's widely known that more priests are needed in the Diocese of Springfield and across the country. Priests, of course, act in the person of Jesus Christ, celebrating Mass and bringing Jesus in the Eucharist and sacraments. During an August retreat day, young men grew in their faith and learned more about the priesthood. They were able to ask Bishop William Byrne questions while having fun at the same time. Carolee McGrath has more.
Father John Reardon, the recruiting director for the Office of Vocations, and Bishop William Byrne led a group of 8 young men on a 3-mile hike at Camp Holy Cross in Goshen for the second annual Quo Vadis discernment retreat in mid-August. The retreat, for young men ages 15 to 21, is a chance for them to learn more about the priesthood in a casual setting.
So today is a day where they can kind of unplug from the world, unplug from their daily routines, and hear some talks about what the priesthood is and who we are, what we do, and then spend time with us, spend time with other priests and the bishop to get to know us and sort of build a rapport with our young people so that we can help them to discern God's call.
Father Reardon, who is also the pastor of Holy Name Parish in Springfield, and Father David Darcy, the pastor of St. Francis of Assisi Parish in Belchertown, are assisting Bishop Byrne in the Office of Vocations. Quo Vadis is the Latin phrase meaning, "Where are you going?"
The question, where are you going, is asked of each one of us. Where are you going in life and in each aspect of our faith? And we want to make sure that these guys, whether they're called to the priesthood or not, are called to be great Catholic men.
The retreat began with icebreaker games and included witness talks. The group hiked to the fire tower and had a chance for Q&A with Bishop Byrne.
I encourage you, if you to consider it, is the thought of college seminary.
16-year-old Aidan Therian is a member of St. John the Evangelist Parish in Agawam.
I'm definitely open to it.
How come? Have you always felt like that, or is it?
I kind of felt like that because I felt like there was something missing inside me during COVID, because it was a chance during COVID to actually realize something about me inside, and I was kind of missing that one piece of it. And I kind of realized that in one of Bishop's homilies when he came to my parish.
Bishop Byrne is credited with fostering the vocations of 14 young men who became priests and 5 young women who became professed religious while he was the chaplain at the Catholic Student Center at the University of Maryland at College Park.
The world is a hostile place to faith and to people of faith, and especially for these young men. And so these guys are going to be called not just to be in the world, but to be special ops, as you will, special operations in the world, to go and bring Christ to the place where there is none. Just as you'd see a Navy SEAL or a Green Beret bring democracy or safety to people, so too in this case they're bringing even the greatest gift, Jesus Christ, to a world that needs him so badly.
Currently, there are 2 seminarians in the Diocese of Springfield. John Williams, a former Marine, who was in formation at Pope St. John XXIII National Seminary in Weston, and Matthew Max Pape, who is entering Pope St. John Paul II Seminary in Washington, D.C.
Very exciting. So we're slowly rebuilding our bench. We're regular guys. I'm a hockey fan. I'm a baseball fan. I play golf. I ski. And yeah, the bench is your reserves, right? And you don't have a good team unless you have reserves. And that's what this is about. It's about building our bench, building up our reserves so that when the next generation of priests come, we have good men.
After the hike, the group gathered for Eucharistic adoration and Mass. It's no secret that saying yes to the priesthood or religious life is countercultural in today's society, which is why it is so important that each and every one of us continues to pray for vocations so that young men and women who are being called will have the courage to answer.
It's important to remember that every Catholic in the Diocese of Springfield, every Catholic in Western Massachusetts is called to be a vocations recruiter. Some men are called to be priests, some are called to be the father of priests. And we need to be all inviting, on the lookout for those good men. And the key, I think, is if you're looking at a young guy and you say to yourself, would he make a good priest? You'd say, would he make a good son-in-law? If he'd make a good son-in-law, then we want him as a priest. If he wouldn't, forget it. Don't ask him.
For more information about upcoming events, go to myvocation.com. Reporting for Reel to Reel, I'm Carolee McGrath.
And you can learn more about a vocation to the priesthood or religious life by logging on to diospringfield.org and scrolling down to the vocation link.